Sliding scale of insulin. Sliding scale insulin is a method of giving short-acting or rapid-acting insulin based on the patient's current blood sugar reading. You check the sugar, and depending on how high it is, you give a matching dose of insulin. The dose slides up or down with the sugar level. That's why it is called the sliding scale insulin. It also has a basic formula, in which we divide the random blood sugar levels of the patient, which we checked at that time, by 20. And then we subtract the answer by 5. The answer will be the total units of insulin given to the patient at that time. How many times is it done in a day? It is done typically 4 times a day, on a standard inpatient chart. It is done before breakfast, before lunch, before dinner, and at bedtime. Sometimes it's done every 6 hours, 6 hourly, if the patient isn't eating regular meals. Like if he is NPO, or is in ICU, or is post-op. It is the same idea as before, just fixed clock time used, instead of meal time. When exactly is it given to the patient? It is given right before checking and acting. That is, check the random blood sugar, then give the insulin just before the meal, or at the fixed time slot if NPO. So it starts working, as the sugar would normally start rising from food. Bedtime dose is given even without a meal, just to cover overnight sugar. We can also use a chart to calculate the units of insulin, based on random blood sugar levels of patient. From the chart, we can also see the threshold for withholding sliding scale insulin. Generally, if random blood sugar is below 140 mg per deciliter, then no sliding scale dose is given. This matches the chart we used. If sugar is less than 140, 0 units are given. There is also one more practical point. Even if random blood sugar is in target range, you still don't skip the patient's regular scheduled insulin. Only the extra correction dose is withheld. That distinction trips people up on the ward. Does a known diabetic stop their actual regular insulin dosage if he is given sliding scale units? No, this is the important point. Sliding scale is a top-up, not a replacement. If the patient is a known diabetic already on insulin, then they continue their regular scheduled insulin. And the sliding scale dose is added on top only when the sugar comes back high. If sugar comes back in target range, then no extra dose that time. But their regular insulin is still given as scheduled. Sliding scale replacing the regular insulin entirely is the mistake. That's exactly why guidelines discourage sliding scale only orders. It leaves the patient under insulinized between checks, and causes these big swings of blood sugar levels. But there is only one exception though. The only time sliding scale runs alone is in a newly admitted patient whose regular insulin dose hasn't been established yet. It's a temporary bridge until you know their pattern and can start proper basal bolus dosing.